Hello all. So I got sent this THINKCAR scan tool, so I thought I'd do a video review of it, show what's in the box, give a breakdown of its features and specifications, and then take it out to a vehicle and do some troubleshooting with it. And this one is called the THINKCAR 689BT. And this is a nice scan tool. It's a bidirectional scan tool, so that means it can send signals back to the computer, which can be very handy to have. So I'm going to go and take it out of its box. I'm going to show you what's in it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and this is everything that's inside the box. It's going to come with the case. It's got a zipper that holds everything inside of it. It also comes with a bunch of different adapters. It looks like the AC plug is for different countries here. I'm in the United States, so I'll be using this one. But these are the adapters it comes with: an Ethernet cable, a USB cable, and some other adapters. And this right here is the unit itself. It looks to be about 1 inch thick. There's the OBDII dongle that's going to plug into the OBDII port. So this is a wireless unit, which could be pretty handy to have. And it looks like on the ports we're going to have a USB-C, a standard USB, a power button. There doesn't look to be anything on the sides here. It does look like it has a little holder, which that could be kind of nice to have. That way you could place it. When you're using it, you just set it down. That's a nice little feature. And the case is pretty solid. I wouldn't want to drop it super far or nothing, but it looks like you can handle at least a foot or two drop or something along those lines. And so that's basically what comes inside the box. This is everything it's going to come with. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to jump over on the computer. I'm going to show you some of the features, the specifications it has, different things like that. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I'm on the computer and I'm on Amazon just to give you a breakdown of what the features are, the specifications, and what's going on with the scan tool. I'll put a link down in the description box below for everything I'm looking at here. But basically, this is the THINKCAR 689BT bidirectional OBDII scan tool, and it has a lot of different features. It even supports the new CAN FD, which is the new CAN bus that comes in many vehicles now. That started being introduced around 2018, 2019. So that's a nice feature. So I'm going to scroll down here. And so this unit looks to come with Android 10. It has a 4-core CPU, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabyte ROM. And of course, it also has Wi-Fi built into it. So some of the tests it could do EVAP test, fuel trim reset, injector buzz test, window door mirror lock test. And I'm sure that you could do a lot more tests than that in there. And down here, it looks like it does a lot of different resets. So it looks like it has turbo reset, oil reset, steering angle sensor calibration, which can be handy to have, ABS bleeding, injector coating, gear match, suspension. It also looks to have crankshaft relearn, which that could be very handy depending on some vehicles. Sometimes you'll swap out a crankshaft position sensor or camshaft position sensor, and the vehicle just doesn't want to run correctly. And that's because it needs that crankshaft, camshaft relearn. So that's handy to have. And then down here, it has some options: engine, transmission, brake, TPMS. Having the TPMS option, that could be handy to have if you ever have a bad TPMS sensor. One thing to note about these scan tools that do have that TPMS option is that if you go to clone those TPMS sensors, which is very common, you usually have to buy this TPMS sensor that matches the scan tool. So if you don't want to program the computer and you want to clone it, and you do use a TPMS sensor option on these scan tools, on any of these scan tools, check to see which TPMS sensors they're compatible with, because usually they're only compatible with cloning certain sensors. The scan tool will be able to do everything else, but if you want to clone it, it has to be compatible with the scan tool. So this looks to be a very nice scan tool. It looks like it has a lot of options inside of here. It's got a lot of features inside of here. So you got clutch reset, turbo reset, crankshaft relearn, throttle adaptation, fuel injector coating, steering angle reset, gearbox match, seat calibration, tire reset, window calibration. And this scan tool can even reprogram keys to a vehicle. And the compatibility looks to be EU-based cars since 2000, USA-based cars since 1996, and Asian-based cars since 2008. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go power it on. There likely is some kind of registration or something like that. I'll check to see how it updates. And then I'll take it out to a vehicle and do some troubleshooting, or just check to see what the options look like and the menus and things like that. So I'll be back. All right, so I'm back and I'm going to go ahead and power it on here. And it's bringing me up to a welcome screen here. Thank you for choosing THINKCAR products. Guess I should go ahead and take this off right here. And so I'm going to just go ahead and go through this setup here. And it looks to have just come up with the main menu now. You can obtain product information, technical support through online customer service. All right. And usually when you get one of these new scan tools, you have to register and do updates and everything like that. But it doesn't look like you have to do that to start using it. I am a little curious on how to go about updating it, which I guess if you click on that upgrade, you could download and install the latest version of diagnostic software. So I guess I'll go and do that. I'll go and do an update. And I need to connect to the Wi-Fi here. So I'm going to go and connect to the Wi-Fi. Okay, so I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. So I'm going to go back and click on retry. And it looks like there's a lot of updates I can automatically go ahead and do. I do have a Toyota out here I could go look at. So let me see if there's any Toyota updates. Toyota, Lexus. I'm not sure how long all these updates are going to do, so I'm going to go and unclick a lot of these. Okay, so I unselected most of them. I only have the update for the TPMS sensor and Toyota Lexus that I'm going to install right now. I'll come back and install these updates later. So I don't know about this scan tool, but I know other scan tools, if you update everything at one time, it could take like an hour or two. Although I don't know, this one might update very fast. But just to show you, I have TPMS and Toyota Lexus selected. And I'm going to go and select upgrade here. And yeah, that does look very fast. So maybe it wouldn't have took very long, but I'll still come back and do all those other updates later. But so far, this one's really nice and really quick. I do like how this is. Yeah, there it is. It's done. It installed those. I got the latest version. That didn't take long at all. I got to say, this is one of the easiest scan tools I've ever updated. Most of the time, you have to sit there, you have to register, you have to get online sometimes and enter email addresses and PIN codes sometimes, and then go through some kind of steps to update it and everything. But this one basically just booted up, and I went in and said update, and it updated them. So that's a nice feature. So basically that's it. I thought it'd be a little bit longer than that, but there wasn't much to that. I'll have to look into whether or not I should still register this or not, or what's going on with that. But it looks like it's just ready to go. So the next thing I'll do, I'll take it out to a vehicle, and we'll check it out more. We'll test some components on a vehicle and things like that. And so I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back, and I'm out here inside of a 2012 Toyota Corolla. And I'm going to go ahead and plug in this OBDII dongle right here. Looks to be magnetic. It's got a magnetic stick to it. That's kind of cool. So I'm going to go and remove it and go and plug into the OBDII port, which is right here. So now I'm going to put the key in the on position. I'm going to go and check out what's going on with the scan tool. Okay, so I'm back, and I'm going to go and put the key in the on position. And here's the main menu. You're going to have diagnose, maintenance, upgrade, and more. And there's going to be a lot of options in between all of these. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to hit this enter button, see if it automatically recognizes this 2012 Corolla. So I'm going to go and select Toyota. And I'm going to go and say set area, North America, and go and select 16 pin North American. This one's without a smart key. Select OK, and select OK. So I don't think there's no error codes on this car. Let me go and check out this health report here just to see what happens. It does look like there's a few codes inside of here. You got ABS, SRS, got a TPMS sensor code. Well, that's really cool. This scan tool can read TPMS sensor codes right there, C21, 23. Most scan tools can't do that. And so next I'm going to go ahead and go into like read data stream. And this will be all the live data. And next I'm going to go and select special function. And inside of here it's got ID, registration, signal check, customize setting. So I'm going to go ahead and go back out. So that was the health report. And other options, we've got system selection, service function, vehicle control history, customize setting, and vehicle information. Let me go and check this out. We got all system, I guess. OBDII. powertrain, read fault codes, freeze frame, read data stream. Let me go and check this out. Read data stream. There's the air fuel ratio sensors, accelerator, catalyst monitor, evap purge flow, evap system vent valve. You got a lot of options inside of here. There's the map sensor. I guess I go and do something like test the map sensor here. And down here, I'm going to go and select graph. So for those who don't know, the map sensor or the mass airflow sensor, that basically reports to the computer all the air that's going into the engine. And so if you got a mass airflow sensor code, you can go test the map sensor. Basically, the first test you want to do is that with the engine off, you want to see if you're getting any crazy high numbers or anything like that, because all that map sensor does is just measures how much airflow is going past it in grams per second. So that's basically what you want to see. You want to see zero airflow when the engine's off. I'm going to go and start it up. So next I'm going to see at 1000 RPM, I'm going to see what it's reading. And then I'm going to double the RPM, and this map sensor airflow should double. It should roughly double. And that's how I check a mass airflow sensor, just to see if it's working or not. So right now I'm at about 1000 RPMs. I'm going to go and double this up to 2000. And yeah, it's roughly double. It's a little hard to hold this at 2000 RPM. But yeah, that's basically what I want to see. So that map sensor is working fine. So that's just a basic test to see if that map sensor was working using live data or data stream. So I'm going to go back out, and there's a whole lot more. There's the O2 sensors. This is a really nice scan tool. I like this. I think this is going to be my new favorite scan tool here. There's a lot of options in there. All right, I'm going to go back. Then other options in here, you got clear fault memory. You got read fault code, which is basically reading codes and then erasing them. You got read freeze frame. When a component fails, the computer will remember what was going on with the engine at the time when that component failed. So you could go into freeze frame and see what was happening when that component failed. You have data stream, which we were just in. That's for reading live data on what's going on with the engine. And we have actuation test and special function. Let me go into this actuation test. Control injection volume. We got a lot of options in here. You can activate that vent valve. That's really handy for like when you're doing like a smoke test on the evap system. That vent valve is a normally open valve, so you want to close it before you do a smoke test. And other times you can also check to see if it's working because you can hear it. So if you activate it and deactivate it, you can see whether or not it's working. So that's a nice option to have. Activate starter relay. Okay, so that was the actuation test, and now we're going to go down to special function. And we got the air fuel ratio O2 sensors, all readiness, evaporative system check. Reset memory, check mode, oil light reset, manual match, customized setting. So that's the special functions in here. And let me go back out here. So that was system selection, and we got service function. And this is nice because not all computers and all cars can support the same functions. For the scan tool to do certain options, the car or the car's computer needs to have that function built in. And if it doesn't, you won't be able to do those functions. So a lot of times people will buy one of these scan tools, they'll try to do a function test or something like that. There might not be no problem with the scan tool, but the vehicle itself, the computer doesn't have that option inside there. So this is the options that this vehicle, this 2012 Toyota Corolla, can do with this scan tool. So that's a nice option to have. You got oil light reset, steering angle reset, ABS bleeding, tire pressure reset. We're going to select that right there. ID registration. Basically here you need to know which each one of those TPMS sensors unique ID numbers would be to enter them in. Which every TPMS sensor is going to have. It has a unique ID number that you either need to reprogram the computer with, or you do what's called cloning, where you clone the TPMS sensor. And so I don't have those TPMS numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel. Go back out. But that's a nice option to have. If you have to replace a TPMS sensor, you can replace it and then you reprogram the computer with the new TPMS sensor unique ID, which is usually marked on the TPMS sensor itself. And right here, you've got Immobilizer, key programming, and seats calibration. This is interesting right here, this key programming, wireless code registration, wireless code erase, transponder code erase, key registration, manual match, all missing keys. That's a really cool option right there. If you need a backup key, or you need to reprogram a key or anything like that, that's a very cool option. So that's basically it right there. Let me go back out and see what else we got here. Service function, vehicle history, customized setting, vehicle information. And so let me go and check on maintenance over here. We got ABS, and it looks to be like a whole lot of information right here. You got EGR, you got airbags, you got a whole lot of options inside of here. Let me go and check out this TPMS sensor since this one was bad right here. Reset tire air pressure. Well, before I do that, I need to make sure that the tires are all aired up correctly, which for this vehicle would be like 35 PSI, and I haven't checked that, so that might not be a good option to check. Transport mode, turbocharging matching, tire size adjustment. That's pretty cool right there. Window calibration. There's a lot of options inside of here. Battery matching, brake pad reset, clutch matching, air suspension matching, AdBlue reset, ABS bleeding, and air fuel ratio reset. And so that's basically it. This is a really nice scan tool. I really like this scan tool. I think this is going to be my new favorite option, my new go-to scan tool when I'm troubleshooting vehicles. I'm going to play around with it more. If you have any questions about this scan tool or anything like that I should check, ask me down in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. Like I said before, if you like this scan tool and you want to check it out more, I'll put a link down in the description box below. But that's basically it. If this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.